So here we are on the second episode. I said I will try to get a different ending. So I'll do that. My volume is loud as shit. I will turn that down. There we go. But yeah, I'll get a different ending. So here we go, new. I'll reread everything, it's fine. I want to try to get the endings of the other John Doe stuff, but I don't know how to do that. Like, at all. What a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. You look around yourself, taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of the bus exhaust oil. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here in the Gray Horse bus station. I think it's like Greyhound last time. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Well, I know damn well the city's creepy. Hopefully the apartment company was honest about having the new place ready for a move-in. Quickly grabbing your modest baggage from the bag claim, you straighten your clothes and walk towards the nearest visitor center. There's a cafe nearby. I am starving right now, and it'd be a nice pick-me-up. I kind of wanted to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to my apartment. We did cafe last time, so let's do wander around aimlessly. I think it'd be fun to get the lay of the land today. Just a little walk around the area to see what's around and all. And get new dialogue. After wandering for a good hour, you find yourself at what looks like a business district. You're shocked to see how such tall skyscrapers in such a small city. You find a comfortable bench to rest and drink some water, watching the businessmen scurry past on the sidewalk. They all look pretty similar to one another. You notice one of them looks more out of place than the others. Instead of the hyper-focused gaze that marks the faces, he looks sad? You wonder about him for a moment. Hey boo, welcome back. When suddenly a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, towering over you and staring directly into your eyes. Oh, making eye contact, no likey. Hello, can I help you, sir? He stares at you a moment longer before adjusting his bright red blazer, brushing his hair back, only for half of it to fall right back down onto his face. I feel that. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own. The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth, as if he was given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mason Taylor, #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley. I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical business card to pop up and take its place. Hey baby, you getting close to me again. He offered it to you, his hand coming uncomfortably close to your face, making you flinch back a bit, before taking it from him. Give me a call and we can get you set up in the new house today, guaranteed. Okay, I should tell you, I already have an apartment lined up, so I don't think I'm in the place to be buying a whole house. Crazy face. That's quite alright. I'm sure you'll be giving me a call. I am the #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley, after all. I never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love the house that I found for you. I'll be waiting. It's interesting. Does he, like, track down just random new people at all? The strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than you expected. You just shrugged and pocketed the business card, no harm in holding onto it in case something happens with the new apartment. You decided to sit on the bench for a little while longer. You notice that the businessman you were contemplating is gone now. You sigh and push yourself off the bench, and you make your way to your new home. So I chose last time to call the person, so I'm not going to call them this time. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart that you can't help thinking about how you finally getting as much as needed. Oh my god. You take a deep breath in, take in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step forward to find your apartment number. Ah, there it is. This is so exciting. I've been wanting my own apartment for a while. Go to, you know, you already read this and other things, so y'all know, huh? The door doesn't budge. You twist it as you twist the handle. You try again. It's locked. What the heck? They said the door would be unlocked when I got here. I should give them a call. Beep beep. Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello. I'm supposed to move in today, but apartment is locked. You can hear people shuffling and other side of the line, followed by what you can only describe as roars of animals you can't place. Ah, yes, we had a little issue with the apartment and won't be ready until tomorrow. Our apologies. Oh no, what am I gonna do now? What could be the issue possibly be? Maybe you could pry more for a better explanation. But you also don't want to be rude. We will give up because I persisted the last time. You sigh, but ultimately decide it's better to just be patient. You know what the company might be going through right now. Thank you. Please give me a call when my apartment is ready. Yes, of course. Have a good day, you. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building. You should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? You shove your hands into your pockets absent-mindedly and feel the hard piece of paper crunch against your fist. You pull the paper out of your pockets and suddenly remember Mason. Heh, yeah, right. I was lucky enough to afford this apartment. I can't buy a house right now. Still, it wouldn't hurt to call and see what's available. And I looked for a hotel last time, so now we'll actually call Mason. Yeah, I don't see the harm in blowing some time looking at pretty houses I'll never afford. Mood. At least it's something to do. Damn, he gonna ghost me? No answer. So much for being the #1 realtor in Uncanny Valley. Oh, hello. Hello, and thank you for your call. Are you ready to see your dream house today? He just fucking appeared out of nowhere. Were you just standing there waiting for me to call you? How ridiculous. I am simply the best in the city, always waiting for the prospective buyer's call. I am always ready to show up to your brand new life. How did he know the number being called was him, unless he, like, tracks it? This guy was starting to worry you greatly, but he was already here. It'd be rude to ask him to leave. I'll go with him. Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in going with him. He's just trying to do his job, right? He literally appeared in front of you in like 2.5 seconds after calling him once. He may be a bit pushy, but realtors are always like that. Alright, Mason, let's go look at this house. Oh, I knew you would choose the right answer, dear buyer. Let us go right there, then. The house is simply dying to meet you. What? Before you could properly ask him why he phrased it so oddly, you feel him roughly grab you by the upper arm, dragging you along with him down the street. So if I don't, like, go in the house, does it die? Is that why he was so sad when I didn't go in? It felt like you had been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast strides. That's me as a short person. I can't keep up with anyone. That's why I speedwalk. When he finally stopped abruptly, forcing you to bump roughly into his back. Roughly. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from embarrassment. Sorry. You looked up the huge house before you, for sale sign glaringly obvious in the side curb. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is very good condition. You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. Quite a flatterer, I see. Now that I think that, like, the house is, like, a part of him saying that makes me highly uncomfortable. I assure you the price is very reasonable, and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. Yeah, simply is wanting to eat me. You look back in the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more I think this realtor talked it up. Okay, what's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His pause worried you greatly. Hair on my face. But you were pretty sure that you read somewhere that realtors had to disclose the information to you or something, right? Simply come inside and take a look around. No strings attached. You'll love it. When you see the insides, you won't be able to walk away from a deal like this, dear buyer. Bro, the way you describe it to someone like this, 100% I'm booking it the other way, but I want another ending, so I'm here, honey. Something definitely felt wrong about this, but you're already here. We'll go inside. Lead me into your gut, I guess. Alright, let's check it out. Don't get your hopes too high, Mr. Taylor. Oh, I have no doubts that you'll be instantly attached when you see it. I don't like your wording. He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging in roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway to the bright red door. How long have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood a little. You notice Mason staring intently ahead to the door, his eyes almost looking hungry as he ushers you through the door and into the living room. I tell you, he gonna don't eat me. Well, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand-in furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Oh, it's warm. It's flesh. In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid. It's flesh. It is flesh. Hey, do you think we could turn on the AC or something? It's a bit hot in here, a little hard to focus. Do you absolutely love this house? It's a little early for that. I haven't seen any other rooms. It is flesh. Oh, it is warping. It is flesh. Ugh, I don't feel good. Can I sit down? I don't like your face you have there. Oh, by all means, make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. You shakily stumble over to the couch, your hands helplessly grasping at the warm leather. You gasp surprise as Mason grabs you by the shoulders, guiding you to the middle of the couch and helping you sit down. You try to steady yourself, rubbing your head in an attempt at the sickening vertigo. I think that's how it is. Can we maybe crack a window or something? It's getting really hot. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, he's sad. You know something that's a terrible shame, dear buyer? You glance up at the room, still wobbling around you, making it more and more difficult to stay upright. What? Oh. I was beginning to enjoy your company. It's not often I find such a responsive buyer, and it does become awfully begging simply eating everyone who comes over. I told you! Oh. Your eyes have difficulty processing the melting walls around you and becoming more and more organic and even meaty in texture. I said it was flesh! You start to notice a strange, sickly, sweet smell you hadn't noticed a moment ago. Breathing in makes you even more dizzy, and you slowly slump down to the warm, fleshy-like couch. Eat? Ah, yes. You're new in town. This must be very confusing for you, correct? That's alright. You don't need to talk. I will simply explain the situation. After all, I am Uncanny Valley's #1 realtor, and I have been doing this for a very long time, though it's been decades since I found someone so receptive, and other folks here in the valley hate explaining anything. A very lucky chance you met me first. Oh, hey, honey. You feel like Mason crawl over you onto the couch, his hands placed carefully next to your head. As he leaned close to speak in your ear, he felt extremely warm in touch as his skin brushed against yours. Am I reading a fan fiction now that I shouldn't be reading in public? You see, dear buyer, being the #1 realtor comes with its responsibilities. I'm not like the other realtors, you see. I take great care in what I do, unlike those who simply want a quick snack. It's because it becomes so hard here in the valley to find buyers. The other realtors have taken to simply snatching and running. Quite barbaric, won't you agree? Mason gently cupped your cheeks as he spoke. You were shocked he was being so kind. You could feel him nodding your head for you in agreement to what he was saying. He's playing like a puppet. No, my value is much higher. I find only the finest buyers to incorporate into something much greater than themselves. I can't just have any tendency to eat. Now can I? I have my standards, and I will not stoop to such low behaviors. You weakly nod your head yourself with his help, not entirely comprehending what he is saying or talking about, his words sounding further and further away as your body grew heavier, and it felt as if you were sinking into the meat of the couch. Ah, I just knew you'd understand. I suppose since we're getting ever so close now, I could drop my own facade. It does get tired controlling this. A bite. Quite handsome, cumbersome little lure. Oh. You watched as Mason's eye grew dimmer, and his body felt limp, still being held up by something, but his limbs no longer retaining their rigidity. Quite impressive, isn't it? With such an attractive lure, it becomes quite easy to bring such tasty prospective buyers the old-fashioned way. I suppose it's just my luck to be so gorgeous naturally. It's clearly no wonder now I become the #1 realtor, right, dear Spire? Oh, fun. You literally watch as Mason was yanked backwards and up towards the fleshy lamp on the ceiling. You noticed the umbilical cord, like a rope, protruding from his neck as he hung there limply. You watched. You wanted to scream, cry, or anything, but your body was totally paralyzed at this point, and all you could feel was the growing burning sensation as something hot slowly seeped through your clothes and into your skin. I truly wish I could make the digestion process slower than this. I truly do, dear Spire. I would greatly enjoy some stimulating conversation. Alas, this is how it simply is, and always has been, and I have not eaten in quite some time. Perhaps in another world, another time, we could have spent more time in each other's company. I'm sure you understand that one must eat though, and I am truly grateful to you, dear buyer. Mason's voice was no longer coming from his limp, lifeless body, but instead sounded as if it was coming from the very walls around you. You could hear him sigh wistfully, and the walls looked as if they were breathing along with it. I will always think of you, long after you become part of me. I told you, I'm getting McEaten. You finally allowed your heavy eyelids to close as you sunk deeper against the warm couch. You can feel the meaty fabric of the couch moving and cover you up like a soft blanket, almost tucking you in as you let yourself slip into a sleep you'd never wake up from again. I told you, it was a flesh house, and he's luring you in. To eat you like a happy meal. Offer accepted, you died. Is this like the bad ending? Well, obviously you die, so it's a bad ending. So like getting stalked by John Doe is the good ending, and this is the bad. I assume? Yes? Anyways. There's that ending. I might live stream this to see if there's any other endings, or if I'm just thinking too much into it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!